Hey guys, so let's talk about that last episode of The Flash. First of all, we have to wait till April 25th for the next to see what happens. What the freak? But yeah, as you know, I'm a huge fan of The Flash. Love that show, and let's talk a little bit about what happened this episode. By the way, spoilers if you haven't seen it yet, it's gonna spoil it. So, all right. So, first, I'm going to skip around. I don't feel like going in order. I just want to go to parts that I loved about this episode, and then I'll just like kind of go back and forth to things I like. Number one, I want to talk about Snow. I have always liked Snow, but now I love Snow's character. She is so bad A. Like, seriously, she is bad A. Who can do their own surgery? I've never seen that before, like, in the show. It's so awesome. We have, I just still call him Malfoy, Julian, doing the surgery for her, and she's using the mirror and and telling them how to pull it out from between her own kidneys. I was like, oh my gosh. And my part, I love what Cisco says, he's gonna snatch that necklace off of her if she starts to die. And of course it becomes a thing later on. But yeah, she does her own surgery. That was awesome. Then I love that Iris and Barry are back together. They came back together from the musical, which was really a fun episode. And when they come back together, they're now back to being a couple. And I don't like when they are split up. I want them to be together. I want them to be together. I don't want them to be all split up. And so that's really cool. And the magician guy, Abra Kadabra, whatever his name is, he was he was an interesting villain. Like, I don't like him. Like, usually, like, there's some villains that you like I think his name is Captain Cold, or or the Golden Glider, or whatever, or just even bad villains. You like kind of like them, but this guy was very unlikable. I did not like the magician guy. He was like an a-hole and had that little obsessive look in his eyes that kind of made you feel like, ooh. And he really hated the Flash, and I feel so sorry, Barry. Barry always is trying to be like, please help me. And Barry's like, I'm not going to offer you nothing but just the goodness of your heart. And it's like, Barry, they don't like you. Stop asking bad people to help you. I love that. But, yeah, he's always trying to appeal to, and they always just, they play him so bad. And I'm like, oh my gosh, but he's a good guy. Personally, I have been whipping this behind. Okay, first of all, those cuffs should never came off. When he was in the jail, the jail that they can't like use their magic in the jail, he would have been double cuffed. This dude's sneaky. He'd been double cuffed. And if I was Joe, I would say, come on, Gypsy. We're going to kick his A. And we're going to get that information out. I mean, seriously, he was such a punk A. Me and Gypsy would have went up into that jail and whipped his A. I mean, anyway, seriously, she already had vendetta against him because he killed her, like, her boyfriend or whatever. And then Joe loves his daughter. And I'm like, come on, why you playing? It's time to kick his behind. But that's just me. They're ultra good guys. But, I mean, seriously, Joe, you opened up the tank. Did you really think he's going to tell? You're worse than Barry. I mean, seriously, he's a bad guy. Did you think he was going to just tell or not just go poof and leave? That's beyond the point. Yes, so that was pretty cool. But oh yeah, I loved Cisco. They're making Cisco so powerful. Like, he just be throwing wormholes out and catching people. I'm like, oh my goodness, he is my favorite. I love Cisco. And he, Gypsy kind of hurt him there in this episode. But I don't know what's gonna happen with that. I like Cisco single, but we'll see. I like when he's like just like kind of after different girls and kind of doing his own thing and really focusing on his powers and his like metahuman skills. So I kind of like that more than him like having a steady girlfriend. But I don't know, that's up to the writers and what they want to do. But yeah, they're making him super powerful, and oh my gosh, I love his crying face when, okay, skipping ahead, when Snow, and this is a big spoiler, so if you haven't seen the episode, like, cut off here. When Snow is dying, like, she was okay. They stitched her up. Julian kissed her. I think Julian pressed her scar too hard, because that's when she started. Oh no, it was the green jello. It was the green jello. The green jello killed Snow. I always hated jello, so that was kind of funny to me. But And Snow took some green juice, like, oh, I don't want this. And she said, I had some red. And I love how her and Cisco go back and forth. How she's always buying food and he's always eating it up. And I think that's adorable. But then she just is like, she's just like sitting there cool, and then she just dies. And that was so shocking. And that's what brings out Killer Snow. And when they was trying to bring her back to life and I saw Cisco's crying face, I was like, oh, because that's what made me like him in the first place. When Dr. Wells went through his heart and he was crying when he found out he's been betrayed. That's what made me like really like this character anyway. And then now he has a little crying face when he's losing his best friend, or like maybe second best friend. I think Barry's his first best friend, but Snow, in my opinion, is his first best friend. But when he was losing her and his little face, I was like, oh, he's so adorable. But yes, I was so sad, but I knew this is how they're gonna bring, I mean, somebody snatched that necklace off, and I was like, Cisco, you should have snatched it off yourself. You said you was gonna snatch it off. Why did Julian have to be the one to do that? That necklace would have been snatched off to save her. But that's beyond the point. So they snatched the necklace off, and of course she comes back to life, but she's totally freaking evil. And unfortunately, it's like, the crazy thing is, if Julian never snatched the necklace off and they had allowed Snow to die, Iris would be alive, because according to the prophecy or the flashpoint thing they just saw, I don't know, the one of the biggest parts of Iris being dead is that Killer Snow is on the loose or whatever. And so that's kind of bad. Like, if they had let Snow die, Iris would have definitely lived, and that's sad. But I'm glad they didn't do that. But that would have been, I'm sorry, but I think that Barry was there, he'd been like, wait a second, guys, because you know how Barry is for Iris. Barry had been like, wait a second, if we let her die, it's guaranteed that Iris will live. So it's a good thing Barry wasn't there. I mean, seriously, they all should be working hard to save Iris' life, because we all know that if Iris dies, Barry's going to screw all their lives and go back in time. It's going to say, forget y'all. So they're kind of working to save their own lives when it comes to saving Iris. But yes, I love this episode. I can't believe that it was on such a harsh cliffhanger. And yes, and we saw some of the next week episode, April episode. And I'm sorry, but I'm feeling Barry with the emo hair. I like the emo hair on him, but basically he's been suffering without Iris, and he's got a new Flash suit, which is going to be exciting. And that's going to be an awesome episode, and I am really looking forward to it. So that's basically it. Loved it. Tell me in the comments if y'all are Flash fans too. I hope y'all are, and if you're not, go watch it now. It's on Netflix. It's streaming. Stream them. They're awesome. And I'll talk to you guys later. Like I say on all videos, I'm an author. Check out my books and the links back at my channel. And yes, tell me if y'all liked this Flash review, because if y'all like it, I will keep it up. Okay, guys. Bye.